Yeah, great crowd here. Absolutely great. Great to see you all. Fantastic. Everyone booked on the 12th?
Yes.
Everyone's ready for the 12th?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did I hear everyone say yes?
Yes.
There you go. Well, my goal here today, we have two presentations coming up. Okay? We have 7:30 tomorrow, a presentation, and I'm expecting a full room, right? And on Wednesday, 7:30, and we're going to try to fill. No, we're not going to try. We don't use the word try, is it? No. We're going to fill the room again, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. What I want to do here is that, I just want to go through. I have a lot of points here because I don't have PowerPoint. Just to go through a lot of things that matters if you want to succeed. Everyone wants to have success, right?
Yes.
Everyone wants to have that?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to give you some statistic first of all. This is how the world looks like. And it's basically the same today as it was when I heard this first, like 15 years ago. And it looks like this. Of the wealthy people in the world today, there's 1% of people. Well, basically, just put it like this. It shifts like this, approximately. Okay? Shifts exactly like this. Of people, of 100% of people, 54%, 54% of people are dependent on someone else after they're 67 years old. When they age 67 years, retirement age, 67 years, we got 54% of people depending on someone else to live, the government, and 36% are dead at this point. So I'm sorry to say, we got 90% of people in the world at the age of 67 either dead or dead broke. So I got a wake-up call again about 10 years ago, when my father retired because he had to retire. So he had always been a high income earner. He was an accountant and always, had enough for him and his family. Then he retired. And he got, because we had crisis 10 years ago in Iceland, he had invested a lot of his money into the banks, and he lost it all. Something that can happen, okay? Investment can go away if you don't invest wisely. So he had to, rely on, basically an income from the government. And I saw a lifestyle of my parents who were supposed to live a great life after retirement, travel, do the fun things that they have been working hard to do until then. And they couldn't do anything. They just lived day by day. For me, that's a sad thing. For me, that's a really, really sad thing. That people work 40 hours a week all their life, or even more, and they retire broke. It's a very sad thing. So I made a decision that I was not going to let that happen to me. We can change that. But we will not do that by working for someone else for the rest of until we're 67 years old or 70, whatever the retirement age is here, and then live off the government. We won't do that. We have to build our own pension fund. We have to build our own pension fund. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I am in network marketing, because I want to build a business that gives me residual income. An income that comes again and again and again and again for something that you've done a long time ago. And if you do it right, and you build this business, as I call it, as my cash cow, I can take more money and invest that into properties or something else. Okay? So we got to think. It's not enough to just get a great lifestyle. We got to prepare for the future. Okay? And that's what our business is. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for us to get a greater lifestyle, financial freedom, and hopefully for the rest of our lives if we do it right. Okay? So there are certain things that we need to do if we are going to make that happen for us. And the first thing is a decision. We have to make a decision. That's a starting point of your success. And I believe when I see someone that has been in the business for 2, 3, or 4, or 5 months, or 6 months, or a year, and he has not yet had any success, I know it's because he hasn't made a decision. Because what we have, the opportunity that we have in our hands, anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. If you believe it yourself. And that all starts with a decision. That was the first thing that me and my wife did when we started in February. We had prior, experience in business. We looked at the company, we were skeptical, like I heard some stories here before. Everyone is a little bit skeptical. That's normal. That's just normal. That's a good thing. Because then you do the right due diligence and then you take the right decision. We made the decision that we are going to go all in. All in meaning that this was going to be our lifestyle. And it has to be like that. If you want to do what I was describing, becoming financially free, making it to triple diamond or above, you have to go all in. You have to go, there's no middle way. You cannot dabble around in this business. And I just want to tell you the hard truth here, okay? It's okay? Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
Okay. So you gotta go all in, and it has to be a part of your lifestyle. Okay? Meaning, yes, most of you have a job. I did as well. My wife still does. I'm just walking, as we speak, away from my real estate business. But I built my real estate business, and my network marketing business, my Valentus business, up to the point where I'm making the same or more money than I'm making from real estate before I quit. Before I quit. I did not expect to make it, that it would happen as fast as it did. I was not, I didn't expect that. It was not my goal, but it happened because of things that we do on a daily basis. Okay? So bear in mind, yes, you can change your life. You can change your life or your path to a different life in 90 days. Yes, you can. But this is not a 3-month plan. This is, first of all, you have to manage your expectations in the business. Once you make the decision, yes, you have to set goals and blah, 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 but you have to manage your expectations. What do I mean by that? This is a 3 to 5 year plan. It's a 3 to 5 year plan. If someone says to me, I'm willing to give it a try for 3 months. Okay, try, what does that mean for me? He's gonna quit. If you try something, you don't go all in. Then it's for sure you're not gonna make it. You don't try something for 1 year. Then you just say to yourself, I'm not going to make it. I will quit, basically. And that's a God honest truth. That's just exactly how it is. So you have to look at the numbers here, 3 to 5 years, and you got to accept that. I'm not saying you won't make an income in your first 90 days, or 6 months, or a year. I'm just saying for financial freedom, you have to build it for 3 to 5 years, all in. You would not start a job today and expect to be financially free in a year, would you? No. Or even 3 to 5 years. There's not many opportunities out there that can give you, coffee house owners, they maybe expect the return of the investment 3 to 5 years. We can honestly become financially free, if that's what you're looking for, in 3 to 5 years. And what I recommend to everyone, don't quit your day job too early. Don't. That's a mistake. Why? Because you're putting a pressure on yourself that you don't need. Because, like I said, it's you have to this has to become your lifestyle. Meaning that you have to sacrifice all your hours after your day job into the business if you are going to make it your full-time job someday. Okay? So you heard what I said. I earned up to over $20,000 in a month before I decided to, set my real estate business aside. Okay? If I was able to earn $20,000 without quitting my job or my business, then you can do the same. If you have a focused mindset. Are you with me? Is it depressing? You actually have to work for it, Success does not come easy. It doesn't come easy. So you gotta sacrifice. What do I mean by sacrificing? What I mean is basically you gotta put all your time and effort into the business outside of your day job. You gotta skip the trips. You gotta skip the, going to the movies and stuff like that. You gotta sacrifice your time. You cannot allow yourself to. If you make a plan with your sponsor or your leader, and you have made the plan that you're going to have, take prospects to meetings on Thursdays and Wednesdays, and you're going to do Zoom on, Saturdays or whatever. Once you set the time, you got to stick to it. Once you set your plan, you got to stick to it, no matter what happens. No matter what happens. You cannot decide to come here on Tuesday evenings at 7:30, and then your friend calls you at 6:30 and says, hey, let's go to the movies. And then you get distracted and go to the movies. Okay? You agree with me?
Yes.
I know you agree with me. Do you know why? Because you all know it. We all know what needs to be done. We just have to be reminded, right? Because we tend to forget. Because we all know exactly what needs to be done to become successful. Everyone knows it. At least most people. Okay? So, what do we have to do? We gotta first of all, what do we have? Let's begin with that. What do we have? We have a great company. with the right timing, with the right product, and absolutely amazing. I was going to write compensation plan, but someone said comp plan. Got distracted a little bit. And we all have the same. We all have the same company. We all have the same timing. We all have the same fantastic product. And we all have the same compensation plan. The difference is that some people don't follow the system. Those who follow the system, which we have, which is obviously the 6-day experience, retailing, basically, and 3 times 3 set you free. You know what that is? Everyone heard that? That's what we have. And that's the only thing that you have to do. But you have to have a plan to do the things that make you money. And that's what we call, okay, and I have to write a little bit higher up. So we have to follow the system. Okay? And you have to focus, and listen very carefully here. A lot of people come into the business and they get comfortable because they are doing the 6-day experience, they're selling the tops, they're making money, and they're satisfied with that. Okay? You have to, if you are going to accomplish what I explained in the beginning, financial freedom with this business, you need to duplicate. You need to duplicate, meaning you have to find other people to do the same things that you are doing. It's not, customers are not going to set you free if you only have customers. If you only have customers, if you're only, getting 6-day experience people or selling their monthly supply, you're basically buying yourself a job. Okay, that's fine if you want that. That's fine, if that's what you want. But if you want the other things, hit diamond, double diamond, triple diamond, and above, and become financially free, you gotta focus on business builders. You've gotta focus on finding people who are willing to do the same things as you. I have always, from day one, focused on the business. That's the reason we are Triple Diamond, because we focused on the business. We focus on sponsoring people into business and teaching them to follow the system. And then we teach them to focus on the business, and so on, and so on, and so on. Okay? Yes, the 6-day experience is a fantastic recruiting tool. That's how you have to look at it. It's a recruiting tool. Yes, some people will be customer for life and only be that, but it's a recruiting tool. It makes the invitation easier for us. It makes the invitation so easy for us. But we will never convert anyone into a business builder from a customer unless we follow up. Right? So prospecting, which is the first thing that we do, is basically inviting. We're prospecting. We do it in different ways. Okay? So to get the whole picture, prospecting, we are presenting the business. You've all seen this before. There's nothing new under the sun, so I do the same things again and again and again and again. Duplication. We're presenting the business. We are sponsoring people. Why do I say sponsoring? Why do I say sponsoring, not signing up? Anyone? Because a sponsor is someone that helps people. We can refer to AA. But sponsor is someone that helps people accomplish something. We are not just salesmen that sign up people and run away. If we are signing up people, we are obligated to get them, help them, teach them the system so they become successful if they want it. Okay? So we are sponsoring, and then the duplication ends here. We are basically, we teach them and we have to follow up. This is why the follow-up is in the middle. We have to follow up everywhere. Everywhere. And the thing is that most people are afraid of rejection. Most people are, in the beginning, afraid of rejection. Okay? Rejection when they're prospecting, rejection when they're following up. That's why a lot of people forget to follow up or don't follow up because they're afraid of getting a no. I want to encourage you to stop thinking about rejection. Just stop thinking about it. There's no one rejecting you. There's absolutely no one rejecting you. Okay? So take that little guy on your shoulder who is making you scared and let it fall off. Kill the guy. Throw him off. Why? Because if people are rejecting, they are rejecting the product or the opportunity. And that's fine. Why? Because it saves us time. It saves us time to have people reject our product or our opportunity. Because we are only looking for those who are looking for us. Okay? And it's a numbers game. It is, it has been, and will always be a numbers game. Okay? So rejection, when you go home, is not in your mind anymore. Nobody's rejecting you. Our job is just to invite people to have a look. And then they make their own decision. That's the only thing we're doing. And once they make the right decision, we help them do the same. Agree? So, rejection, out of the window. Okay? We will always have challenges in this business. And here, it's just like life. There is no life, challenging free. And it's the same with this business. People will come and people will go. Okay? We will have stories from newspapers that envy us, or we will have stories from other companies that cannot handle how fast we're growing. We will have negative people trying to bash us down. But that's just life. It's not what matters is not what happens, it's how we deal with it. It's how we decide to deal with it. Earlier here today, we were talking about some articles that everyone has heard about. And Surya was telling some people here how she's handling it. And I just smiled because I do exactly the same. I don't listen to it. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for the negativity, and I know it's BS, excuse my language. So I know it's my belief, and you have to believe You have to believe in the things that I said here before. We gotta believe in the company. Like someone said here earlier, you gotta believe that the company is not gonna poison us with the product. They have the right intention. It's a fantastic product. Does it work for everyone? No. You can't manufacture a product that works for 100% of the people because we are all different. But it works for 99%. Is that good enough? We can have the belief in what we have in our hands if we're going to go all the way. Because your belief transfers onwards to other people. And that's what we have to have. We have to have impeccable belief in what we are presenting. And that comes down to something which is something that changed a lot of things, most things in my business, is once I stayed focused on the task at hand every single day. And I'm gonna talk about something that I call DMO. Anyone heard that? DMO. Daily Method of Operation. Basically, your daily plan. I had a mentor, a real estate mentor, that taught me 12 years ago that the way you gotta think about your plan is that you gotta think about, the only person you're in competition with is yourself, right? Okay? So you gotta go by winning the day. Win the day, win the week, win the month, and ultimately win the year. Okay? So it's not anymore about being organized. It's about self-discipline. It's all about self-discipline. Okay? So here's what I do. I'm just going to show you. I have a book that I carry around with me every day. Here's my trainings. Here, if I figure something out, I write it down. I always carry a book with me. And the first page in this book is my DMO. And my goal every single day is to tick off every box in my DMO. Tick it off. Done, 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 done. We all know what procrastination is, right? That's a killer of all businesses. Because we are always, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll follow up with him tomorrow. He's probably busy now. I'll probably do it tomorrow. But you have to develop the mindset of doing it now. Do it now. Don't procrastinate. And here's my success formula. This is what I do. And you can twist it. You can use it. You can laugh about it. You can do whatever you want. But this is still my success formula. Okay? So the first thing that here, this is how my mornings begin. The first thing I do is affirmations. Important or not?
Yes.
Okay? Have you heard fake it till you make it? Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Okay. 20 years ago, my friend from my first company, Nu Skin, he said to me, meaning totally differently than I'm meaning today. He said, you gotta fake it till you make it. You gotta buy the Mercedes, you gotta buy the suit, and you gotta look sharp so people believe that you're successful, and although I'm not successful. And that was what they meant, fake it till you make it, 20, 30 years ago. Today, what I mean when I say fake it till you make it is basically faith it till you make it. Faith. Faith. Believe. Faith. Okay? What do I mean? Attitude is a big thing, right? Attitude is huge. And believe in yourself is huge. And we don't talk to anyone as much as we talk to ourselves. Correct? And we have to learn how to control our subconscious mind, or our conscious mind actually, which becomes our subconscious mind. Okay? Our habits are our subconscious mind. Okay? So the best thing we do, what has worked for me, is affirmation. I'm basically telling myself how great I am. Crazy, yeah? No. But I can, if I don't believe it, can I expect other people to believe it? No. So you gotta believe it first. And if you don't believe in yourself, then you have to faith it till you make it. And that's affirmations. Telling yourself how great you are, thank for what you have and what you will get. And remind yourself all day long. Okay? And there is one thing about the affirmation. Well, first of all, it helped me greatly and still does today. But like I said, life is like a roller coaster. Life, things happen. So it's not a straight line. But the most important thing is to be alert with yourself when you start thinking negative. Being alert when it comes to your day and change it into a positive thing. So write down your own affirmations and start the day with that. Because you gotta set the pace for the day. And if you want it to be a great day, I wake up every day and say, wow, this is gonna be a fantastic day. It's gonna be a great day. I decide if it's gonna be a great day or not. And do you think it's more likely that I get prospects to sign up if I'm positive or negative? Simple, isn't it? So what should we work on? We should work more on ourselves than basically on our business. Because if we keep doing what we're doing today, we keep getting what we're getting today. So if we want something more, we have to do something differently. Okay? So we have to do that. So the second thing on my DMO is I exercise and do my personal development at the same time. I go to the gym, I put my earphone on, my Audible, and I listen to something positive, something educating. That's what I do. I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm just telling you what I do. I do not listen to music in my gym. I listen to this focused, and I'm not chit-chatting with people. I'm exercising, and I'm listening to positive stuff. Okay? Then when this is done, I check my email and respond to messages. That's what I do. I am not doing these things all day long because I want to stay focused on the task that what I'm doing. Okay? Then I post on Facebook. Then I post in my groups. Number 5, I prospect and follow up a minimum of 3 people a day. A minimum of 3 people a day I connect with. I'm not saying trying to close them. I'm just connecting with people, saying hi, and following up with 3 people as well. That's my rule of thumb regarding business. Okay? You can do more, but don't set yourself up for failure. Okay? When I talk about setting yourself up for failure, is don't expect that you can do 10 a day every single day. Just start with 3 or 1. Then when it's a habit, you can increase it to 2 and see if you can make that. Okay? Because you got to manage your expectations. Again. But you have to confirm a habit of doing something every single day. If you were, last time I was here, I talked about you cannot show up once a week in your work, right? You have to show up every day. Or at least the days that you plan to do the business. You have to follow your plan. Okay? Everybody's writing down? Yep. Okay? The 6th thing on my list is I schedule and conduct Zoom calls or meetings. So I do not wait until the next meeting on Tuesday, 7:30. That's too slow for me. That's far too slow. I schedule meetings with my team myself, and everyone should do Zoom meetings as soon as possible themselves because you learn by doing. You get a lot faster results if you don't have to rely on Surya or Nabila or Vanessa or someone else to do the business for you. The faster you start doing it, practicing, the better results you'll get in the future. But it does not have to happen the first day, obviously. Okay? And the 7th thing I do, and last thing I check off my list, is I'm always on, every single day, I am connecting with my leaders. Who are my leaders? Work with the willing. Work with the willing. The people who want to do this. People who show you they want to do this. People who are actually sponsoring people and helping them to sponsor other people. Okay? And talking about that, work with the willing, never go into management mode. Management mode. I was speaking in Orlando on the convention, and that was one of my topics was management mode. What does that mean?
Don't be bossy.
Sorry? Don't be bossy. Don't drag people along that don't want it. Don't want it more for the people than they want it for themselves. And keep prospecting. Keep prospecting yourself. Because you are the leader of your own group. It doesn't matter who's above you. It doesn't matter who's a diamond, or double diamond, triple diamond, or whatever diamond above you. It doesn't matter. You are always the leader of your group. You are the person that is the reason why they joined. Because people join people before they join the opportunity. And I do not care how long you've been in the business. Okay? Your path to success starts today. Okay? Don't look back and look at the things. Don't put yourself down because you didn't do everything that I was saying here. It doesn't matter. What matters is today and the future. That's what matters, nothing else. Okay? So you can start creating your story, which is really important for prospecting. You can start today. You can restart your business when you're ready. Because maybe you were just not ready up until now. Because remember, I said it's about decision. It starts with a decision. And if you have been in the business and you're not satisfied with your results, it's because you didn't make a firm decision. Do you agree?
Yes.
Have I talked enough? Suri, you want to help me? I'm out of the paper now. Anyway, it's all the basic. You heard it all before. All what I said, probably all, maybe, but here's a nugget. Here's a nugget. Always go to all trainings and events. All trainings and events. Why? I set a goal after one of my mentors said to me, you should always look at all trainings as an opportunity for you to learn one more thing. One thing. You only have to learn one thing that you can take home with you, and that thing can make you an extra $100,000 a month or year. Just one thing. Yes, we are always saying the same things, just in a different way. And maybe you don't hear everything I say, but you hear it when Surya says it. Right? Right or right?
Yes.
Yes or yes? So, stay committed. Stay committed, and commitment means that you plan to be at all events, all trainings. Show up with people yourself when there's a presentation. And last but not least, there's one thing. I can be here for 2 hours, but I'm not going to do that. It's going to be short and sweet, because your focus now is to go home and invite people tomorrow and on Wednesday. So we're going to have the short training, but last but not least, if there's one secret to success, because there's one person in here that they asked me this yesterday on a messenger. What is your secret? There is actually no secret. There is no secret. It's just basic stuff that you have to do repeatedly. Okay? But if there's one thing, then that's consistency. Nothing beats consistency. Nothing beats consistency.
There's a question. What is meant by create your own story for prospecting someone or to do business?
Creating your own success story, because people will ask, how did you do it? What did you do? How much are you earning after 3 months? That's your story. Why did you get started? Why did you get started? What's your goal? How much are you making in your first 3 months? What did you do? What's your plan? That's all your story. That's all your story. You're going to create your own story. Because there is a reason. There is a story behind why you get started. Okay, right? There is always a story behind it. So that's your story. But what I'm talking about is create that story beyond that story. Okay? With success. I got started. I was skeptical. But what I found out was that this is this. And I made this much money in my first 30. I signed up this many customers. I signed up this many business builders. Because you're going to be asked. You're going to be asked. So you better have your story straight.
So if the person just joined, not 3 months yet?
Meaning?
If the person just joined, so there's no story.
Well, there's a story. Why you got started. Yeah, well, you don't. Then you use your story of your upline. Yeah. Well, you have to borrow the story of your upline once you're building your own. Okay? And you borrow it for free, I promise you. Yes.
This is regarding sharing success story all this. Maybe I
Your story. Okay. First of all, if you haven't got results that you're satisfied with, you restart your story today. You start today. Okay? Because you're learning new, you know what you've done wrong, you know what you've done right, and you just have to, learn from what we are teaching you and make a new plan and make a new story. Because you can always say, well, I just didn't know, I was just not ready. I started, I thought I was ready, but I had not yet made the decision. But now I made a decision, and I'm going to create my story from here on. Yes? All right? I'm going to see every one of you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yes or yes?
Yes.
Yes. And I'll steal that all the time. Anyway, thank you.